Kylie, I am so excited to be chatting with you today. How are you?
I am doing so well. How are you?
Very good. I actually have never asked you this before, so I'm really excited to understand. We're going to walk through the journey that you've been on, and going from being a manager of a gym to now being only 28 and debt free and heading towards like building wealth in real estate. So I'm really excited about that. But this is a question I've never asked you before. So, why did you get into real estate?
Yeah. So I, like a lot of people, went through a ton of changes during 2020 and COVID and all of the things. So that was actually when I purchased my real estate license course. I thought it would be something to maybe do for fun on the side. And as I began studying and chatting with some of my other friends who were realtors, I realized real estate is not a side gig. It is not something that you do on the side if you want to do it well. So I finished getting my course. I actually quit my job. Like you said, I was a manager at a gym downtown. I quit my job to just really dive in. I said, you have 90 days to finish this course. So I started waiting tables and finished my course in 90 days and passed my test. And I was sitting in a coffee shop and saw an opportunity on the FYKES team. And I chose real estate knowing that I was only going to jump in full time if I could find a very specific opportunity. And if I couldn't find it, that was going to be okay. And I was going to jump back into the kind of operations management world, and wait for this right opportunity.
Okay, so you joined Fikes when?
In November of 21.
Okay, and you got your real estate license that same month?
October, yeah, like right around Halloween, is when I passed my exam.
Okay, so got your license in October, joined Fikes in November. Okay, so tell me the story between that day and now. Like, you've done really, really well for yourself. So tell us the story.
Yeah, so like I said, I knew I was looking for a very specific opportunity. I'm not from Tennessee at all, so I don't have a huge sphere of influence here. I was 25 or 26 at the time that I joined the FYKES team. So also a lot of my friends I had here in Nashville aren't at home ownership age. It's very expensive, as we know, to buy a house in Nashville. So I knew that I needed to find an opportunity that was going to support the the clientele that I didn't have and kind of fill that gap for me. I knew that I could put in the work if I just was able to get in front of people, and the people was the problem. So I joined the group as John Griffith's buyer partner in November of 21. And that allowed me to merge into real estate in a way that I had a great support system and I was able to learn kind of from a backseat point of view for a little while and also find my own clients and have some assistance in that just with the support of the team. So the first year I was in real estate, I went from a $40,000 salary at a gym to my first full year in 2022. I think I made $74,000 in real estate. So almost doubled my earnings my first year, which was incredible. I realized I didn't know how I was doing it at $40,000 a year. And then last year, 2023, I made $125,000 in real estate. So I added another 40 or 50K on top of what I made the year before that, which was my entire earnings just 2 years ago. So real estate it's taken off quickly for me. And it's, like I said, because I looked for that opportunity that I knew could get me in front of the right people.
Well, and I want to point out though, like, yeah, you came into a great team with lots of great resources, but you have a part of that success too. So, like, how did you actually find business? Like, what did that look like? What does your day to day look like in real estate? Like, you're making over $125,000 a year in your second year in real estate. Like, that's insane. Most people don't ever do that in real estate. So, what does your day look like? How does somebody who say, I want to be like Kylie, like, what does that look like? How could they have that too?
Yeah. The biggest thing that I have taken from the team is don't try and reinvent the wheel. It worked for you since you started doing it. It's a lot of tools that we've learned from Keller Williams. It worked for John, who I joined the team under. And so I've taken that structure and I have kind of made it my own because that's a great thing about real estate is you really can figure out what works for you. So I come in every morning, I do script practice with the team, and then we do a quick huddle to get our days started off with some energy and some good vibes. And then I head right into into lead generation on a high note. So I'm making phone calls from about 9 to 11 every day. And from there, my day kind of shifts. If I have nothing in the afternoon, I spend my lunchtime taking care of my clients, and then I'm back on the phones looking for new clients. And if I do have some client facing stuff in the afternoon, then I've already knocked out my lead generation and I'm free to spend my afternoon showing houses and going to inspections and all the fun parts of real estate.
Okay. So if somebody was in their first year or two in real estate, like what's one piece of advice you would give them about how to get where you have gone with your business?
The mindset is everything. If you believe that you can do it, you absolutely 100% can do it. I am a very dedicated person, and I used to think that I could kind of quote unquote skate by on dedication. Like as long as I showed up and did the work, it was gonna work out for me. And the key piece that I think that I had always been missing was the mindset. You have to believe that it is going to work out for you and be dedicated. It's kind of a two-pronged sword. And that was something that I hadn't really pieced together until I got on the team. And you have to have the mindset that you're okay being told no a lot and very often. And you have to celebrate the wins and move on to the next one, knowing that you're right back to looking for that next piece of business. So I think mindset is equally as important as dedication in this business.
I love that. Okay, so you've had wild success in your real estate business. You are making the money that most people want to make but can never do it. But you've also been really smart with what you've done with your money. So, because I'm passionate about like you don't just earn a lot of money. You should set your life up such that you are not forever having to earn a lot of money to have the life that you want. So walk us through the steps or decisions you've made financially that have gotten you to barely turning 28 and being debt free and owning a home. Like what are all those goals you thought this is not going to happen until I'm like 35 that you have today because of this switch to real estate?
Yeah, so like I said, I went from making $40,000 a year to basically doubling that and then adding another 40 or 50 on top of that. So it was more money than I had ever had in my life, especially being fairly young. And at first I was kind of like, well, this is an endless supply of money. And I quickly had to come back down to reality and know that like I was watching people around me, especially my buyers and investors, take advantage of the wealth that they had built. And I was seeing the opportunities that it was giving them to put their families in beautiful homes or, go on vacation for a month because they have investment properties, and watching my team members do the same thing. So I really realized that I wanted my money to work for me. And so we were able to actually, I paid off 2 student loans, one my first year and one my second year. And that was basically the remainder of my debt. I was kind of forced into buying a new car, but I was very fortunate to have the funds aside to do that because of real estate. And I had moved out of my first home and created that as a rental property when I bought my second home this year. So I have one income producing property as well, and bought kind of my dream house this year. So it has been, if you would ask me 2 or 3 years ago if any of that would have been possible, I would have said absolutely not.
So now that you've expanded your thinking and know what's possible, what are you working towards? What are your goals right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was on the same track as a lot of people. I was gonna collect a retirement paycheck when it was time and kind of live out that work until you're 60. And at this point in time, I mean, I love what I do, so I don't plan on stopping working anytime soon. And I think my retirement, and my funds and passive income throughout the rest of my life is going to be through real estate. The possibilities are truly endless from an income potential and through a passive income potential. So I'm going to continue working to fund the lifestyle that I want to live and kind of my mission in life. And I'm going to also set myself up for some future success and continue to find investment opportunities as well.
Great. And what's your real estate goal this year?
So from a realtor standpoint or a personal standpoint?
Oh, let's do both.
So from a realtor standpoint, I set a goal out this year to help 50 buyers. And on a personal standpoint, I want to have the down payment saved for my next investment purchase next year. So that was why it was really important for me to pay off my debt. So my income wasn't going towards debt every month and I'm able to save it. So saving up for the next investment purchase next year.
So I love it. You're going to help 51 technically families because you're going to help 50 and then you're going to buy one for yourself.
Yep, absolutely.
I love it. You are amazing. Thank you for chatting with us. If anybody has any questions, we'll put her email in our whatever comments of this video, and you can reach out to her, I assume. Is that okay, Kylie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm always happy to brag on the FYKES team. There was, like I said, I was looking for a very specific opportunity, and I truly don't think I would still be in real estate and doing it into the capacity that I am without the support of a team. It's a full-time job as it is, and that's with the support that I have. So I'm very fortunate to be here.
Yep. Great. Thanks so much, Kylie.
Thank you.